is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my 31 days of horror update, days 22 through 26. So October 22nd I watched for the first time Ginger Snaps from 2000, directed by John Fawcett, starring Emily Perkins, Catherine Isabelle, and Mimi Rogers. I really enjoyed this great Canadian horror movie about two high school teenage sisters, the Fitzgeralds, Ginger and Bridget. They're obsessed with suicide and death. I like the opening scenes with them sort of taking pictures of these death scenes. And then one night they go out looking for a dog, and Ginger gets attacked by this creature, some sort of werewolf-like beast, scratches her up and bites her, and later on in the movie she starts turning into this sort of sex-crazed, flesh-tearing sex pot. Very cute girl, Catherine Isabelle. I thought she was very sexy. She starts growing a tail and hair, and she starts becoming more popular with the popular kids. Very cool movie. I really like the performances by the two leads. I thought Emily Perkins was great. She starts off very shy and dark, doesn't say much, and she's always got her head down and this hair covering her face for the most part. But by the end of the movie, I thought she was just really good. I really liked Mimi Rogers as the mother. My only real complaint is I didn't really love the special effects at the end, the creature effects. I don't know, it just didn't look werewolf enough for me for some reason, but I did enjoy the movie. I really liked the performances, and it was a lot of fun. I really liked it. Ginger Snaps from 2000. So the 23rd, I watched Session 9 from 2001, directed by Brad Anderson, starring Peter Mullen, David Caruso, Josh Lucas. Not what I was really expecting, to be honest. It's about this hazmat cleaning crew who get a contract to clean up all the asbestos from this abandoned state mental hospital. Great setting for the movie. The hospital looked amazing. I loved the setting, and the cast is very good. And the most shocking thing to me was the fact that Warren from Empire Records is in this film. He plays Peter Mullen's nephew. He's like a young punk who doesn't know what the hell he's doing. But this film sort of took interesting and weird turns, I thought, especially towards the end. I really didn't quite sort of buy where it went. That's why I didn't really love it. But I enjoyed the cast and the setting. It was pretty cool. Session 9 from 2001. Now the 24th, I watched Bubba Hotep from 2002, directed by Don Coscarelli, starring Bruce Campbell and Ozzie Davis. I gotta be honest, I did not really get into this film, and the problem was I was sort of distracted. I was doing something else when I started watching it, and I struggled to get into it. Bruce Campbell plays a former Elvis impersonator, laid up in a Texas rest home, and a 3,000-year-old mummy starts killing people, and yeah, I just couldn't really get into it. I wasn't paying attention at the beginning, and that's sort of the problem. I did like the ending. I thought some of the special effects work at the end were cool, but I'm probably gonna have to give this a rewatch because I wasn't really paying attention at the start. Like I said, and I had trouble sort of getting into the characters and all that kind of stuff, but it was okay from what I saw for the most part. I just didn't really love it, and the main reason is I just wasn't paying attention, and that's my fault. So the 25th, probably my favorite of the bunch. These were all, like I said, first time watches. These were all blind buys based off people's recommendations on YouTube for the most part. And that was Dog Soldiers, directed by Neil Marshall. Now, I love The Descent. I always have. I've liked that movie since I saw it in the theaters when it came out. But his first movie, Dog Soldiers, I haven't seen until now, and it's a shame that I didn't, because I really enjoyed this. about a group of British soldiers who go to the Highlands of Scotland to take part in war exercises, war games, and they stumble across one of the opposing teams. It's been torn apart. Everybody's missing except one remaining survivor. Um, and then it's a fight for survival as these giant werewolves attack them throughout the rest of the movie. They get saved by a young woman. She picks them up in a truck and takes them to this abandoned farmhouse, and they basically hole up in there and fight off these giant werewolves. Great cast: Sean Pertwee, Kevin McKidd, and Liam Cunningham. I really liked the girl as well. I loved the guy who played the Sarge. Early on, he gets his bowels sort of ripped open by one of these wolves, and throughout the rest of the movie, he's trying to hold them together, basically. And there's a scene where they're being attacked inside the farmhouse, and the dog is like chewing on his guts. That cracked me up when I saw that. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, very cool. I love the dialogue, the stuff with the guy who's obsessed with football. He's missing the England-Germany match. If I was missing a big game like that, I'd be pissed off too. Yeah, really good cast, really loads of fun. I really liked it. Great creature effects, lots of blood. Dog Soldiers was awesome. Good mix of film like Predator, the first half of the movie, and An American Werewolf in London, stuff like that. Yeah, really enjoyed Dog Soldiers. Okay, so last night, the 26th, like lost on the days here, I finally got around to watching Hatchet from 2006, written and directed by Adam Green, starring Joel David Moore as Ben. The only other stuff I know this actor from is he had a small role in Dodgeball, and he was the sort of Matrix-obsessed weirdo in Grandma's Boy. Good comedy that I need to pick up as well, actually. But he was cool as this guy who goes down to Mardi Gras with his friends in New Orleans to get over a breakup with his girlfriend, and he's sort of tired of the whole party scene, and he just wants to do something different. So he goes to this voodoo shop where they're gonna have a swamp tour. And so he goes off on the swamp tour with his friend, played by Dion Richmond. I got a kick out of him because he was the African American, the token black guy in Not Another Teen Movie. So every time I saw him, he's very funny in this. I expected him to say stuff like "that is whack" or "damn," shit like that. I thought he was very funny. So they go on this swamp tour. There's an interesting mix of people. There's an older couple, sort of on vacation, and some pervy old dude. He's making a sort of softcore porn film with two sort of hot bimbos who fight and call each other names the whole time. So there's lots of great TNA, especially at the beginning. And they go on the swamp tour. They get their boat sort of capsizes. It starts to sink, and they hear about this story, this legend of Victor Crowley, a young kid who was deformed at birth, and then one Halloween night he dies in a horrific fire and gets a hatchet in the face as his dad tries to break into the house to save him. And now he's roaming the swamplands of the Louisiana Bayou. And then the kills start happening. My God, there were some pretty brutal kills in this movie. The first time when Victor Crowley shows up out of the barn and starts hacking the old guy's shoulder, man, he must have hit that guy like 5 or 6 times, and then he rips off the head, rips off the mouth of his wife. That was pretty brutal, and then it gets worse from there as far as the blood goes. It was a lot of fun. I really liked the cast. I thought the guy who played Ben and the girl, who I won't go into because it sort of gives stuff away, and his friend were really good. My only real complaint with Hatchet was the ending. This movie ends in the middle of a kill scene, and it's just like really weird, and there's no like aftermath. There's no denouement. My feeling is when it comes to horror movies like this, you always got to leave a survivor. There's got to be somebody who tells the tale. You know, that's kind of the way it works. I mean, it's sort of a Friday the 13th ripoff. I mean, it's bad enough that the guy jumps out the water when you think everything's safe. I mean, I knew that was going to happen. But it ends with him, like, almost killing the girl in the boat, and Ben is, like, lying all messed up in the boat. And the film just cuts off, like, right there. It's really weird. I mean, it feels like it's unfinished in a way. And I know this movie sort of was made on a very low budget, so I get the feeling they ran out of money or something, because there's no after effects of what happens. But beyond that, it was a lot of fun. I thought it was had great humor. The kills were great. Lots of blood. The cast was fun. I forgot to mention the cameos like Robert Englund at the beginning, and Tony Todd from Candyman. And of course, Kane Hodder plays Victor Crowley, very gruesome looking villain. Uh, Amazing, yeah, like the way the Victor Crowley looked. I thought it was really good. But the ending just left me like, what the hell? What happened? But besides that, I thought it was a lot of fun. So those are the 5 films I watched over the past 5 days. 5 more to go, and that will be it for the 31 Days of Horror. So thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see ya.
Bum.